Hey, what's up, good people? Nick here, and welcome to this new video. This is the Vivo V30 5G. So Vivo is actually planning to launch this device in the Kenyan market. Should be in a couple of days, and we got our hands on one should be a week ago, and we've been using it for the last should be like 5 days. And this video, we're not just giving you our first impressions of the phone, what we like, and of course, being a successor to the V29, although we did get to interact with it, but of course, having read with it, watched some reviews, it was a very quite interesting device. And of course, Vivo has built onto that to introduce the Vivo V30 5G, which is what we have here. And of course, this device has just 4.75 millimeters and it's powered by 5000 milliamp battery. It's actually one of the slimmest phones to be powered by this large 5000 milliamp battery. And of course, the features, we're talking about including the 6.78-inch curved AMOLED display, which I really like as a part of curved displays. And of course, it's covered by, of course, the alpha glass protection and, well, very minimal, very modern, and of course, a lot of other specs to look out for. So yeah, let's get into it and look at the Vivo V30 5G. So Vivo is marketing this phone as the slimmest and lightest phone to be powered by a 5000 milliamp battery. And when you carry this phone in your hands, it feels just that. Very light, very easy to carry around, feels very comfortable to hold in your hands. And of course, the color option we got here is the peacock green, which looks very, very nice. But you can also buy this phone in Kenya in noble black, a very nice color that Vivo is talking about, right here. But again, the thing is, it gets a bit slippery though, depending on how sweet your hands are. But the good thing is, again, we will have added a plastic case in the box, which you can actually make use of. For buttons and ports, the volume buttons and power buttons are situated right here on the right side. On the bottom, we have a USB Type-C port, a single downward firing speaker grid, and a dual nano SIM card slot. Well, there's no dual stereo speakers. Maybe Vivo should have considered adding that, because most phones in the middle market would consider this the bare minimum. So maybe Vivo should have considered actually adding a dual stereo speakers on this phone as well. At the top, you have the noise cancelling microphone and running a Steps professional portrait. Remember, this is a Vivo V30 5G and the V series are always been marketed as photography phones. The camera island right here at the back panel looks very nice. The upper part has the 2.5D glass lens, which is 0.35 millimeter thick, housing two sensors for its dual camera setup. Then both parts of the camera island actually thin, but still protrude from the body. I don't have a problem with that actually. It looks very nice. At least they don't protrude so much like we've seen the number of other devices. So I love the implementation of how we've actually done with the camera island right here. Well, lastly, but not least, of course, the Vivo V30 has an IP54 rating for dust and water resistant. I think this will be standard for all phones we're seeing in this segment. And of course, this is expected to protect your phone from accidental splashes of water and tiny debris. Overall, I think Vivo has done a very good job with the design of this phone. It looks very nice, very thin bezels. This glass finish looks very nice. Of course, there are people might be fans of glass back panels, but of course, it's something subjective that people could work around with. But personally, I'm a big fan of glass back panels because they make phones very nice, give them a very premium look. Despite, of course, much that I talked about earlier, but it's something you can often work around with best. Just implementing and using the case that Vivo has added in the box. When it comes to the display, we're getting a 6.78-inch 2K curved AMOLED display that supports HDR10 and also is protected by a SCOR's alpha glass that I mentioned earlier. And of course, the phone also has an 89.9% screen to body ratio and a pixel density of 453 pixels per inch, that is PPI. And of course, we're getting a refresh rate of 120 Hz and a peak brightness of 200 nits. So this means you can actually use this phone very nicely without straining even under direct sunlight. This display does a very pretty job. For example, you can stream your Netflix very nicely without having to complain about color corrections, multimedia, and that's how the content appears. So multimedia consumption, very good. It's a well-rounded display. Of course, coupled with the loudspeakers, make the phone very enjoyable to actually watch and stream your favorite videos from YouTube, or either just watching movies from your streaming any streaming platforms you are using. Of course, Vivo has also added a number of biometrics on this phone. So there's an inclusive of numeric, alphanumeric, fingerprint, and face unlock features. While visually won't surprise most of us, I think the in-display fingerprint sensor that Vivo has added on this one looks very nice. It has a very waterish animation that when using it, that's why it feels very nice. And just, I actually enjoy actually using this. See that? So let's talk about the cameras. And I think Vivo has done a very good job with these cameras. So we are getting a dual camera setup right here at the back. And this setup consists of a 50 megapixels main sensor and another 50 megapixels ultra wide lens. And I need to mention that the main sensor offers what Vivo is calling, it's only Vivo's hybrid image stabilization, which combines both OIS and EIS. So a lot of the stabilization technology right here at Vivo. And of course, for better clarity with handling shooting, you're going to make use of that. And of course, for video calls and capabilities, the rear camera also can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second and 1080 at 30 frames per second with your EIS enabled. Of course, for the selfies, we're getting a 50 megapixels again, punch selfie shooter, and this selfie camera can also shoot videos at the same resolution as the rear cameras, but of course in the absence of the EIS that I spoke about earlier. But I guess if you even find yourself in, of course, very bad dark or places with very not so good lighting, the Aura lighting rings come in handy. Yes, that's where it actually comes to make use of it during bad lit conditions. And I actually love this, Aura, this Aura light wise ring. Because it gives so much appreciated brightness from just filling in enough light for subjects, of course, adding details to your portrait, group photos, even just food adventures. Of course, if you go to other camera modes on the far right, you'll see cool features for food, photography, supermoon, astro, snapshot, of course, jewelry. But of course, on top of that, Vivo provides also other options to just add grid lines for better framing. You can also put in customized watermarks with your signature if you're not keen on using what Vivo has added that is their own. And of course, I like that actually. For videos, features, vloggers, also, you can make use of the micro movie option for taking short videos on the go. And of course, I love the cameras actually. They give quite a very nice, clear, and very well some depth. Yeah. I mean, the photos are actually pretty nice. Well, the camera is actually very nice. They're able to give some depth and clarity to your shots, both indoors and outdoors. And of course, the ring, our ring actually gives a plus should you be working with very close to all areas with very small or little lighting. So the website 5G actually uses FunTouch OS 14, which has greatly improved system reception. I know the first time I used the FunTouch OS, actually, it was new to me. It was the first time we were actually even bringing devices to Kenya, and we had some reservations. But over the years, we've seen we actually improve the FunTouch OS. And 14, we're getting some very interesting updates here, very clean software, gives you a very clean user experience, very personalization features you can actually make use of. And of course, first of all, you can actually customize your display in settings, with animations and like effects. Of course, this lets you, personalize screen animations, transitions, even display resolutions. You're also getting a smart sidebar that refreshes to show you your most used apps and also customizable, and also they're customizable. Additionally, you can actually make use of an audio widget with Spotify as the V30's primary music player next to its dedicated music app. So probably it's a collaboration that Vivo has with Spotify to bring more users to actually sign up Spotify. So there's a dedicated music app that is Spotify that you actually added of these phones. For its UI, I have to say I appreciate how neatly it actually positions. So we've actually done a very good job with the user interface. Very clean, again, very good bloatware, and of course, even for the bloatware, you can get it off and just make the UI clean as you want, customize to your preferences, and of course, other things you can do with the Vivo V30 5G. Performance wise, this phone is a very interesting phone again, but it's powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 from last year at 4nm chipset that features this actually. So let's talk about what really powers this device performance wise. Does it really handle things well? Does it get things done? So what Vivo has done is added a Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 from last year, and this is actually a 4nm chipset that features an octa-core processor capable of up to 2.63 gigahertz clock speeds, paired with an Adreno 720 GPU. Of course, the review we have here comes with 12 GB of RAM with RAM extension features as well that can be used or not used, so toggled on or off. And of course, when you put them on, you're actually able to get an additional 12 GB of virtual memory. So meaning you have like 24 RAM to actually play around with to make the phone perform tasks more faster. Of course, for internal storage, this unit we have here in Kenya gets either 256 or 512 GB of internal storage. So ours was a 256 GB variant. Yeah, and of course, the phone is able to actually handle games without too much struggle. It is slowed down with graphic intensive games, but of course, something I noticed is it warms up a little bit for prolonged use, which is expected when you extensively use a device in just any piece of tech. It gets to warm up a bit, but of course, once you let it down to cool down, it should be able to totally get back to its feet and do things just fine. Of course, other than that, we'll say the phone is pretty solid when it comes to performance. And of course, yeah, there is a small margin that some apps will fail, that they'll be slow, that they'll be, they'll be slow. I'm going to say the phone actually performance is actually pretty decent. We love what Vivo has done here, of course. As much as the chipsets from last year, it gets things done. No sluggishness, no slowness. The apps run very faster. You can multitask, you can play games, and of course, I said not extensively because the phone gets to heat up a little bit, which is very normal, as I said. Let's talk about the battery. So, as I said earlier, it's a 12,000 milliamp battery on this phone. And on a slim phone like this, Vivo is marketing this phone as the slimmest phone to actually have a 5,000 milliamp battery. And Vivo also added an 80 watts fast charge tech on the box. So you have a charging brick there that features, that is 80 watts, which you can make use of. Charging the battery from 0 to 100 takes you just an hour, which should be very cool. I mean, for 80 watts charging brick in the box. Yep, so that's it for this short video. Tell us your thoughts about the Vivo V30 5G. We'll actually buy this phone. I remember, as I mentioned, one thing that stands out about this phone is the Aura Light Protect feature, which is actually rounded rectangular design that showcases Vivo's attention to detail, of course, promising users effortless masterpiece creation. So we love the Vivo V30 5G. Of course, that phone we recommend. We're not sure about the pricing yet because Vivo has not officially announced this for the Kenyan market, but it should be launching towards the end of this month. Of course, we're going to be getting the details and pricing for you and sharing in our subsequent articles. That's it for this video. Tell me your thoughts. Will you actually buy the Vivo V30 5G? I'll see you in the next video. Peace.